All right, welcome back to the May month, session 2. So in the first video, we have covered what session liquidity is all about, right? The AM session, the PM session, the lunch rate, and the London rate, obviously. The 4 sessions. Now, I'll teach you guys how to filter out those session liquidities, all right? We'll go straight to the point. So again, it's the same day that I'm recording the video, so don't mind. So let's just go to a good example first, all right? All right, let's take this particular day, okay? This particular day. So the basic ritual, this is the London rate sell side, London SSL, London sell side liquidity. The London buy side liquidity has been swept because this is a huge move. And this is the AM session buy side liquidity, which has been swept over here. So we'll put an into mark. So it's not necessary over there. And this is the AM session sell side liquidity. And this right here, my friend, is the PM session buy side liquidity. Okay. PM session BSL. All right. So this is the PM session buy side liquidity. And again, this obviously is the PM session sell side liquidity. Why? It is exactly at 4. What is the PM session timings? From 1:30 all the way to 4 o'clock, right? So good. So what happened here? If I delete all the things, I personally will write this as the external because it is the highest high during that particular swing. And this is the external sell side. Okay, this is the external buy side, BSL. All right. And this right here is the external sell side. Okay. And this one is the internal sell side. Okay. You can actually take the Asian low also as internal sell side, but me personally, I would just wait for this because it's in the session timings. I wouldn't consider Asia as a particular session, but yeah, this is a good internal. Okay. This is internal sell side. Okay. I'll explain you guys why we enter buys instead of sells over here because there is also an internal liquidity sweep. If you see in this particular area, you can ask me that, yes, Krishna, this is an internal buy side liquidity. So why didn't you enter sells, right? I'll give you the answer in the next video because if I cover in a single video, you'll get confused. Anyway, so this internal sell side liquidity in the 5-minute time frame has been swept. Okay. So what happened? I just waited for the 5-minute market structure shift and the 50% and boom. I just only targeted buys. The reason I didn't enter sells will be discussed in the next video, which is the trend based trades. All right. So this is how you contemplate and what do you call filter out the unnecessary liquidity points. Again, if you just have observed this, it is obvious that this is the higher high, this is a good low, and this is a good low. You can also call this as a good low, but it's too far away from the Asia because the range. It is really unlikely for the price to fall till here, right? So it's almost negligible chances. So this and this is really good scenarios. So that's the reason this happened. Okay. Again, let's go to another example. Okay. So in this particular day, let's take this day. All right. This particular day. So what happened here? As soon as you see this, you have to mark the basic liquidity zones. 13, 15, 115. What is 115, guys? What is 115? 115 is lunch rate buy side liquidity, right? Lunch BSL, all right? Lunch rate buy side. And this one, 9:30 sharp, is what do you call that? AM session sell side liquidity. Okay. And this one is the previous day's AM session sell side liquidity. Okay. And this one is the previous day's London rate buy side liquidity. Right. London buy side, AM sell side. Okay. All right. So in this particular day, I've entered cells. So this one again we'll cover in the next video. This particular trade because it's a trend-based trade, so you won't understand in this particular video. This video covers only the how do you filter out the session liquidities. All right. Again, I'll just delete all those things. So go to the 15-minute time frame. As soon as you reach the Asian end timing, you mark out the basic highs and lows. This is the higher high. This is a lower low, right? This is a higher low, sorry. And this is a low, and this is the high. Can you see any more things between this? I would say no, right? There is nothing more than these four areas. Now, once you know the trend-based move, which is going to be covered in the next video, I'm sorry, I'm telling that multiple times. Then you will realize why we chose to only enter sells instead of buys. This is actually a new trade, so we didn't get tapped in, so we just basically missed the trade. But whatever. This is the internal buy side liquidity. This is the external buy side liquidity. And this right here is the external sell side liquidity, right? I didn't consider the the internal sell side liquidity over here because of the trend, because the trend is like this, and yeah, the next video will help you out, so don't worry about that. Anyway, the internal buy side has been swept and boom, again sells, right? It's pretty simple. Let's go to another day. Okay, let's go to this day. These are all live trades. You guys can check the PNL, whatever I have entered or whatever I have discussed. All these trades exist in my portfolio. Okay, so this particular day, again, let's go to the basics, right? What is the previous day all the way here? This is the London. It's so far away, right? So obviously you wouldn't take it. What is this? This is nothing. What is this 9:30 a.m. session liquidity, right? What is this right here? AM session internal liquidity, okay? Again, you have to consider the what do you call that? The range where the price might even go, right? Sorry, yeah, here. So here it's like 500 pips, 50 pips, and here it's like 77 pips. So 77 pips is obviously not possible. So I'll just remove the London rate liquidity. So this is AM session liquidity, and this right here is the internal Asian AM session liquidity, not Asian, sorry. And this one is the final Asian buy side liquidity, which has been swept during the Asian session. Okay. So what I waited was because again, the next video will cover it, so don't worry. So this is the internal liquidity being swept, and there has been an MSS over here in the 5-minute as well as the 15-minute. You take the fib, wait for the retracement, and boom, you can enter directly off of this. This is one of our longest trade holds. It was like almost like 8 hours. So this we held it for almost 1:3 in the next day. Okay, so that's how we do it. Again, if you delete it, the major highs and lows, you can mark this, sure, but it's almost unlikely that the price will come there. So next one is this, right? And next one is this. In the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute is really important, okay? And next one is this high. Asia has been swept. Asia has swept the AM session high. What more is left to do? After this, we wait for a good reaction. There is a good reaction in the AM session, right? We took the trades in the AM session. That's pretty good. So any doubts, you can feel free to ask me anytime. So no pressure in that. So another example I'll give you. We haven't we haven't taken this trade anyway. So where were we? Yeah, all right. Where were we? Okay, so we can take 1, 2, 3 days as example. It's pretty good. All the 3 days are good. So in this particular day, let's just take this day. Okay, this day. What happened? As soon as you see what is the highest high, this one. As soon as you see what is the lowest low, the Asian low, it's fine. Even if the Asian low is the lowest low, you can take it, okay? But only if it's the lowest low, like the external level low, okay? So this is the low. What is the internal one? Since there is a strong trend, I would only look for sells. Again, the next video will cover it. I've told it like 20 times. Anyway, this for me is the internal liquidity, and then it just fell down, and the next day we had a sells. I anticipated that it would reach all the way here, but it didn't. So it's just fine. Ultimately, there's nothing to be done. And that particular day, we didn't find a single setup. So we can go here. right? For this particular day, another example I'll give. So for me, this is the internal, this is the external, all the way there, right? And this is the external sell side, right? So the news reacted vigorously. Still, there was no market structure shift. There was only break of structure, so we didn't enter, right? So the next day, yeah, obviously this trade I've already explained you guys, right? So it's like finding the obvious highs and lows, right? And you need time confluence during your London session, during your New York session. So whichever is best, you have to do that. So again, I'll give you another example here. Where is this? Yeah, this particular day, let's take, okay? So here what happened, this is like the lowest low, guys. This is like the lowest low since a long, long time, right? So in these particular timings, you can take, if the Asia is the lowest low and there is no liquidity whatsoever here, I can't see any liquidity here, right? There's blank space, right? So what you do is, let me show you. You wait for the Asian low to be swept and a good 5-minute MSS. This is a 15-minute time frame. There's been an MSS in the 5-minute. Okay. You wait for the fib, let it tap your 50%, and then directly enter off of the market structure shift. It's really that simple. But only if the cases meet. There's no liquidity around here, right? So you can do this. Or if you go for the traditional way, you can still take this particular zone, which is what? It is 12 o'clock, right? What is 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock is the lunch rate, right? The lunch rate buy side liquidity here acted as a internal sweep, internal liquidity, okay? And this right here is the external liquidity for me, and this is the external. So first the external of the sell side has been swept, so that's the reason I went buys. Even here in the internal, it just went against sell, so it's fine. And these particular days where there is like a fucking heavy downfall, it's like super good trading days for us because we are going to go with the trend. Again, what is this? What time is this? It's like 7:15. So we don't need to consider that. Again, it's 12. The Asian high has been swept, and since this is like a huge down moment, what do? You wait for one of these highs to be taken out. You can wait for this or this, but this high is more convincing for me, so I just took this, waited for MSS, and I entered cells and took 1:4. So it's basically through experience you will get like which highs and lows to be marking, and same with this one. Obvious highs, obvious fucking highs. In this particular downfall, right? This is a particular downfall, so that's the reason I entered cells. Again, the next trend video will cover that, so don't worry. So this is the obvious high. I didn't take the Asian high, or I didn't take the buy trade or whatever, because it is like super downtrend, right? It's super downtrend. So I can't take that. Okay. So basically, I just waited for this high to be swept, and boom, it just fell down. Again, even in this example, a big down candle. It's like full, damn it. I don't care about the previous trend, it's still bullish, but yeah, the down candle has it for me. So this is the liquidity point for me. It is 12:30, which is the lunch rate buy side liquidity. Buy side has been swept, the market structure shift happened, 50% retracement, and boom, tap it. That's it. Good job. So if you don't have the, there are particular days where you don't get the entry, right? For example, I would even say this we got an entry. Let me show. Yeah, in this particular day we didn't get any entry, right? Because the trend was like super bullish, super bullish, and you couldn't have entered cells here because you would be dumb if you enter cells here, because look at the fucking move, right? Maybe in the PM session it did reverse, I don't care about that. So this particular day we didn't trade. Why didn't we trade? The rules were not met. That's the simple reason. If the rules are not going to meet, I'm not gonna fucking trade, right? So that's the basic outlook, guys. This video covers the basic how to filter out the session liquidities. Okay, how to use the session liquidity. Okay, all right. I'll see you guys in the next video.